Ryan Clark is an ESPN analyst across multiple shows, including Get Up, SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt on Mondays, NFL Live on Tuesday, and more. Also stars in a weekly UFC show with Daniel Cormier, ESPN. It's called RC and DC, and their podcast Face First each Friday. He's the former defensive back for the Steelers. He's Ryan Clark, who joins us on loan from the mothership. Should that feel like a win to the Kansas City Chiefs last night?
Yeah, I mean, when you win a football game, you win a football game. And you know, in this league, Dan, it's hard to get W's. But you also have to go in and critique it even harder with the win. You know, now you can be harder on Patrick Mahomes, harder on Travis Kelce. You can, speak to Dan Sorensen and that defense about giving up the deep ball without it necessarily feeling like you have to build these guys up because you do have a W. The Kansas City Chiefs have a higher standard than other teams in this league right now. We expect certain things from them, and I believe they expect certain things from themselves. I had colleagues speaking before the season, could the Kansas City Chiefs go 17-0, and they're 4-4.
Yeah, but you start to look at this, and now we're seeing defenses basically say, all right, let's see if you can be a conservative offense, or you're not going to hit those home runs. Why did it take so long for defenses to kind of figure this out, of not let Mahomes throw those deep balls to Tyreek Hill? Maybe it sounds simpler than what it is, Ryan.
You know what? It's actually pretty simple. If you go back to last year, Dan, and I said this, and I spoke about it on TV, Raheem Morris and the Atlanta Falcons, when they played the Kansas City Chiefs late in the season, I want to say Kansas City scored 16, 17 points that game. It was in a win because Atlanta was terrible. But they played a too-high shell, and then they'd rotate a safety every now and then to Tyreek Hill on those deep crossers that he'd get from trips formations, and it worked. And then if you watch the Super Bowl, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though they were able to rush the passer because they had so many injuries on the front line of the Kansas City Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers did the same thing. And so what it does is it makes Patrick Mahomes play slow as well. I mean, he famously admitted himself that he couldn't read defenses till, halfway into the year he was the starting quarterback. And I think by making him play slow, by making them earn it, by forcing them to run, teams are making them conservative and honestly quite boring, Dan. And that team likes to have fun. And so they're going to have to adjust and learn a new identity.
Can Patrick Mahomes be a game manager?
I believe so. But he's obviously too talented to ever just be that. What Patrick Mahomes has to be, though, is more accurate, right? Patrick Mahomes has to be more efficient. Patrick Mahomes has to be a quicker decision maker. And he also a little bit has to not be Patrick Mahomes. And what I mean by that is he doesn't need the big play all the time. Sometimes it's okay to hit the smart play. Sometimes it's okay to get the check down. And he's going to have to fight against that himself.
You in your prime against Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce? Who do you want?
I would definitely want Travis Kelce because Tyreek Hill got some stuff I don't got. At least Travis Kelce, I can stay close. Hey, Dan, if it's Tyreek Hill and it's just me, that's probably over before it starts, and that's terrible coaching if that's what Coach LeBeau would have decided to do.
What's that feeling like when you watch somebody run by you and you know that you don't have that makeup speed?
Well, you know what? It's one, you're pissed off at yourself and you're upset with yourself because you should have got back a little deeper if you knew you couldn't run with him. And it's honestly just sheer panic, right? Everybody stands up in the stands, people start screaming, and you're so scared that you can't look back for the ball, and all you're doing is waiting for the inevitable, which is the touchdown. It's one of those moments. It's one of those moments where you realize, you know what? Some people just left the hospital with a little more than others.
We're talking Ryan Clark, former NFL defensive back, and of course works for the mothership. Are the Saints okay at quarterback?
You know what? I think they can be. We haven't gotten to see Trevor Siemian play quarterback in a long time. Obviously, he had a great year at Denver, and many people thought that he could be this future starter or franchise guy there. And we felt like Sean Payton is the quarterback whisperer. I mean, to be honest, wasn't that why we were so excited about Jameis? Because we've seen Sean Payton be successful with Taysom Hill. We've seen him be successful with Teddy Bridgewater. And so when you look at what Trevor Siemian was able to do yesterday, 2 days ago, coming into the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I mean, he looked extremely competent. This defense is a defense that can keep you in games. So it can be okay moving forward, or at least as okay as they were with Jameis Winston. They still need to add a pass catcher, so you're hoping Michael Thomas can come back healthy off the IR.
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier that I would reach out and see if Denver would be willing to part with Teddy Bridgewater since he's already had success there, knows the offense, and would probably be an upgrade over Trevor Siemian. Therefore, I can keep Taysom Hill maybe at that all-purpose position, and because you're lacking offensive weapons.
Yeah, I don't think moving Taysom Hill to the quarterback position is the answer for this team. I even believe if you go back to last year, especially late in his run, you look at Philadelphia in Game 4 last year, he was kind of being found out. They were figuring out that he couldn't push the football down the field, that he wouldn't get out of the pocket and run as often as he was or would when he was the Wildcat quarterback. And so I believe keeping Taysom where he is at that H-back, being able to play quarterback is the thing to do. And if you can get Teddy Bridgewater back, I believe that's something you do. The thing we don't know is what they see in Trevor Siemian. Drew Brees kind of spoke about it on the broadcast this weekend. He said Trevor Siemian is more than competent, is more than capable of being the starting quarterback of that team. And I think Sean Payton, if he's seen enough, is willing to do that.
The Rams picking up Von Miller means what?
It means that the Rams are all in on winning the Super Bowl right now. Also, it means how in the hell or who in the hell is manipulating the salary cap in Los Angeles? Some people like some people can't keep one cornerback, and they've been able to assemble probably this era's best edge rusher, obviously this era's best D tackle, and the best cornerback in the game. I think they decided that they're going to rush the passer, they're going to get to the quarterback, and they're going to score points offensively. I know Von Miller was a little bit sad yesterday, and you can kind of see the emotion when he spoke leaving Denver. But I'm sure that all changed when he remembered that Aaron Donald gets double and triple teamed and that he's going to have one-on-ones all day.
Oh, I thought it was a must-cry situation for Von Miller, but deep down he's going, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I get out of here. I'm going to L.A. I got a chance to play in the Super Bowl. Before I let you go, you faced Adrian Peterson. The Titans are coming, going to reach out and I guess bring him in. I don't know what he's got left, but what was it like to face Adrian Peterson in his prime?
Oh, it was absolutely terrifying because he was a guy that had first-round talent, obviously, but he's top 10 pick, 7th pick of the draft, but he ran like an undrafted free agent. He ran like every time he got the football, he was fighting for his career and or his life. And when you have to tackle a man who has no regard for his own body, that's a very scary proposition. And he's one of the best to ever do it. He's obviously a Hall of Famer. We don't know what he has now, but he was the Derrick Henry of his time. He was the guy that was without a doubt far ahead of any other runner in the game. And, it's good to see him back. Hope he gets another opportunity. But, man, I sure do miss the old all day.
Yeah, he rushed for 140 yards against your Steeler defense in 2013.
Yeah, I remember that, Dan. Thanks a lot.
What is that like, though, when you know that this guy, it's going to hurt? Like, this guy's running, and I got to hit him. It's my job. He's got 60 pounds on me. What's that like?
I mean, I think it's one of those things. It's why you do it. I think it's why we're kind of all screwed up in the head. It actually excites you because you want to see if you can win. Who the better man is, or who we obviously know who the bigger man is, but who the better man is when you get your opportunity. And so for me, that was always the challenge in it. Can you step up and do some things that quote unquote normal humans wouldn't attempt to do? And so that's why we love the ball.
Ryan, great to talk to you again. Thank you. My best to the guys on Get Up. Thanks for joining us.
Man, thank you so much, man. You have a great day.
That's Ryan Clark. Yeah, I can't imagine what that's like. I know it's your job, but when you see that running back, a physical running back, like Jerome Bettis, Derrick Henry, and they come through the line and you're there, and you got to try. But how do you try without trying too hard where it's going to really, really hurt?